Tanga, Buroboya.
Well, my character, Sonambulo, celebrating 30 years this year. He's a former masked Mexican wrestler who resides now as a private eye, but between us chickens, he's more of a paranormal investigator. Hunting monsters, I suppose, but because he has the ability to read people's dreams in a very surrealistic, Buñuel-esque, Fellini sort of way, he realizes that the monsters that he may be hunting may not be exactly the monsters that everybody claims. Maybe they might be just victims of circumstances.
With the character Sonambulo, artist Rafael Navarro created a genre known as lucha noir.
Basically, hard-boiled detective stories, right? But with a masked Mexican wrestler a touch to it, if you will. Usually the first thing I draw when I draw Sonambulo is I draw the fedora. In many ways, Sonambulo to me, he's basically Mexican Robert Mitchum. He's like Philip Marlowe and Pancho Villa, I guess all at the same time too, but with some weird, strange, supernatural power. But, you know, there's always those traditional aspects that you see in detective stories that I always try to invoke when I draw Sonambulo. You know, there's always the shadows. I've always liked to play with shadows, even in my storyboards. If I ever do a Sonambulo feature film, live action or animated or whatever, I can only imagine the symphony of shadows that would be coming out of the darn thing. We also need to create mood, like I said, so with my little whiteout, I decided to add a little rain coming down here. Ta-da! And there you have it.
Navarro says it's a celebration of everything he loves.
Mexico, film noir, German expressionism, Mexican cinema, surrealistic dream things, imagery. It's like making a burrito. All your favorite ingredients in one big giant burrito, you know, for you to enjoy.
A representative from the Lucas Museum contacted him about including Sonambulo.
I initially reached out just because I loved the series, and the work is so great. It has so many connections to our collection, not just because it's comics, but it has this kind of detective pulp quality, and we also have that kind of material in the collection, work that was made for detective pulps in the 40s and 50s. And so it has a nice visual corollary to some of that work.
The painting that was acquired by the Lucas Museum was issue 3 of Mexican Standoff. Basically, the most visually depicted form of the term Mexican Standoff it is for me. It's basically Sonambulo holding back the living dead with 245 automatics.
The museum also archived 32 pages from the first issue.
It's important for us to have it in the collection to show the world, to create that opportunity for people to encounter the original artwork. So we often kind of think of comics as these ephemeral things, even though comic books themselves are of course collectibles. But the original artwork, seeing the kind of hand of the artist, is something that the museum can uniquely offer.
But now that it's in the hands of the Lucas Museums, I feel more honored now because they're officially archiving it, and I'm hoping for other generations to enjoy them as I have enjoyed the work in my hands, and hopefully it'll inspire others to do the same.
Absolutely. I think that's so foundational and important to the founders, especially this idea of inspiration, that this museum is really providing a space to look at this artwork, celebrate this artwork, but also to inspire people through it. And as someone who's an independent comic artist, Rafael Navarro, he really produced this on his own. I think that's an enormous inspiration for a lot of people, that you can sit down and produce something like that has a long impact and has a 30-year lifespan, and find yourself at Comic-Con with your own booth.
And what does the future hold for Navarro and his character?
A couple of friends of mine and I in the industry, we've been trying to make a Sonambulo film / animation project for the longest time. It's all, you know, always the bridesmaid, never the bride sort of situation. It's been imagined in some form or some way. So check it out, guys, and you tell me what you think.
You can see Navarro's bold, dynamic work when the museum opens September 22nd in Los Angeles. Beth Accomando, KPBS News.